Welcome to the Innovation Podcast series of Tietoevry. This is Vibha, your host for today's session. And in this episode, we will speak on the topic optimized portal search results and its impact on an organization, specifically to the retail industry. Today, we have with us Tomasz Sobczak, lead product manager, to discuss on enterprise data structure, the impact in the gap between user expectations and actual results, and many more insight with respect to the retail industry. So, Thomas, how are you doing?
Hi, Vibha. I'm doing good. Thank you. And very happy to be here.
Great. We also have with us Pawel Wroblewski, manager with Tietoevry.
Hello.
All right, let's quickly jump into today's topic. In today's episode, we will reflect on how easy it is to find relevant information in an enterprise, and we will touch upon the retail industry problems and how to solve them. Did you know the percentage of enterprise data that is unstructured? It is 80% as per Gartner. So, my first question to Thomas: how has this impacted the experience of finding information in an enterprise?
Thank you for this question. I would like to talk about product related companies, both B2B and B2C, and actually any kind of domain. It can be electronics or automotive, where you sell spare parts or specialized vehicles, telco products, or even simply groceries and marketplaces. If you can't find product information, and it doesn't matter what kind of product it is, it can be harmful for your company in many areas. Obviously, the first one is e-commerce, because if your users can't find something, obviously they will not buy it, right? So it will hurt your revenue, sales, simply your business. But that's not the only area which can can have problems when search experience is poor. Especially in B2B business, it's very important to provide product 360 information, specification, but also guides, manuals, um, different type of content that can help your partners and people working with your products how to use them in a good way, and so on. So it's very important to provide very wide um, information about your products, but there are also other areas like customer service or even R&D departments that can benefit a lot if search works well. The customer service, it can support your users in helping themselves to find the right answer for their questions, issues, and obviously in R&D, especially working on the, I don't know, new types of products and things like that. Good search bring the knowledge, the organization, and the people working in such departments. So simply, I mean, bad search experience can hurt an enterprise in many different ways, can break your sales revenue, but I don't know, traffic, customer satisfaction in the call center, and similar. So that's the main impact I can see.
Thank you, Thomas. That's great insights. Pavel, would you like to add something?
Yes, as you mentioned, Vibha, there is plenty of information in unstructured uh, content. So there are different reports, presentations, even technical documentation that stays in different systems. And once people cannot find it, then they start creating it from scratch. So this is like a very big impact on productivity, which is being decreased, and also doubling the same work, because many people doing the same work all over again, because simply they can't find the information that was already created previously by someone else. And also internally for the large companies, it might become a big problem. And on the other hand, many hours of the employees can be saved by using enterprise search in the right way. And also, it's about critical information that is needed at some point. So, if there are uh, we are now living in quite interesting times. You'll never know what's going to happen next week or next month. And sometimes in a crisis situation, information should be provided immediately to the managers or to the people who are taking care of the business. And once they can't find this promptly, then the impact of the crisis could be much, much bigger. And that might be a big problem if the search for the most important critical information is not doing well.
Thank you, Pawel. That's very interesting. Moving forward, we find a huge gap in finding information in an enterprise. Customers cannot get the right results to what they're looking for in a single precision search. As per recent survey, up to 30% of e-commerce visitors use internal site search, and we've all seen this. But still, 12% of the users bounce to a competitor's site after an unsatisfactory search in e-commerce website. 20% of people who use search went on to refine their searches. 72% of sites completely fail site search expectations. So my question to you, Pawel, is how can we reduce this gap of user expectation from search results? Is there a solution that we could provide quick and precise search results?
Yes, for sure. We've got a solution, but the biggest problem for me is that lack of awareness that search is an important thing, because we often see at our customers that search is down prioritized. There are several things that seems to be more important, like product management system, the billing system, warehousing system, logistic systems at e-commerce, and the functionalities of search are perceived usually as something that could be delivered out of the box by one or another vendor, and they don't care so much about the configuration, about the customization, about the business model that should stay behind. So the main obstacle for me is that we sometimes lack awareness at the customer that search is really important, and it can impact the the rate for the customer visits and also conversion rates for their visits. From the technological perspective, we have everything in place. Like, for example, there are several vendors delivering high-end and quality search, and Findwise, a part of Tietoevry, is one of it. So we have a technology called Findwise i3, a platform that can be tailored to specific needs of our customers. It's based on open source search engines like Elasticsearch, and we have created a lot of services around that to make the implementation very simple, and also to satisfy all different models for selling products and merchandise for e-commerce around the globe. So the technology is in place and is available, but as I see, the most important is that people should think that it is important, and also this area should be invested.
All right. Thomas, would you like to add insights on this gap of user expectation from search results?
Yes, sure. Pavel just said that we already have solution for that, and I can only agree. Findwise i3 that Pavel just mentioned is a backbone of our projects. So we already said that technology is very important, but it's not everything. That's why I think we always follow findability approach, a methodology that we created many years ago to address different aspects of search projects, where technology is just one of them, right? So, always start with the business case. Remember about user interfaces and user experience. Go through all the topics related to information architecture and quality of data that you need to index. Obviously, mention technology, performance, scalability, all the things related with relevance rankings and algorithms and machine learning and all that stuff, security, which is in place. But in the end, I would like to focus that governance processes are also very important in case of search. So, managing your taxonomies, synonyms list, your business rules that can impact ranking, analyzing your search analytics and making decisions based on data. This is all very important and I think at the same level as technology itself. So search solution definitely is one of these projects where you need to go step by step with specific methodology I just very briefly described. And I believe that we can also compare that to a pyramid, right? Where you have first, you need to have a strong, reliable foundation. All the modern search elements related to full text searching, all the features, query completion, spell checking, user interfaces that can allow you to change things on the fly and manage relevance. And then step by step, you can climb up the pyramid to the up, right? To have your search results more and more under control, to have tools for example, product merchandising, to put business rules, experiment with them and try to, people's knowledge put inside the search engine, because that's, I would say, what relevance is about. And the last steps can be focused on machine learning, on learn to rank approach, natural language processing, large language models, which are that popular these days. But you can skip previous steps, because the promise that machine learning will simply fix your problems, it's not true. I mean, you will have, without strong foundation and trying to apply machine learning, when for example your information architecture is broken, you will have just bigger mess. So it's important to do this step by step.
Thank you, Thomas. That's very curious to know about Findwise. So, Thomas, can you share some insights from various deployments and projects related to improving information findability in enterprises with respect to the retail domain?
Yes, I would like to refer to Schneider Electric project, where I think we cover all elements of findability approach I just mentioned. So, started with business case together with Schneider. We define why we are doing this search. In this case, it's a site search and for products, but not only product specification, but also the content I mentioned before, manuals, guides, FAQs, and similar. Simply 360 view on the product information. So we knew just from the beginning that we fight for higher click-through rate, higher NPS, and user satisfaction. Schneider still has very well defined personas, so we know for who and what people we are creating search solution. So at this project and installation, we have been working obviously with user interfaces, because there are a lot of different end applications, different brands, and so many countries where search is available. So user interface was and still is a part of the project, as well as a lot of work and effort related to indexing data from data sources, combining them, and shaping the final object of the product, right? Because different, for example, ranges, categories, and different metadata information about the products are stored in different repositories. So in EVRY pipelines, we need to index all of this and construct during the processing to create a final product information. So information architecture, and as well as things related to the relevance, because Schneider works a lot with data, search analytics, and as well as together with Findwise team, they experiment with learn to rank machine learning approach, where we try to improve relevance based on the past user behavior, based on their queries and clicks. We try to train a model that will improve the relevancy on the site search. So I think that this project is a great example of the proper findability approach implemented in our cooperation with clients. But we are active in many other domains, and I would say that the problem of accessing information and problem of searching for information is very universal. So of course it's great to have the knowledge and experience from different domains, but to some extent these problems, if that's the automotive or I don't know, electronics retailer or another domain, are very similar. So this is great because we can reuse our experience from different domains. Right. Thank you.
Great. These were very eye-catching success stories. Thank you for sharing them to our audience. So my next question to Pavel: what are some of the key trends happening in this space, and where are we headed?
Yes, so definitely people are talking about AI and machine learning, deep learning, and all these things related to artificial intelligence and how to use it in search and how to use it for e-commerce and retail. We've got also our view on that. First of all, Findwise i3 as a platform is equipped already with some tools that are based on machine learning. I can mention these learning to rank. So a search engine can learn from the user's behavior or the past queries and clicks, how to change the relevance model to promote or to demote some of the products or services for uh, um, the results of the search engine. We've got also a vector search with embeddings, which is like a new way of searching, not based on keywords, but to be based more on a similarity of the product, also used for recommendations. We've got also things connected to name identity recognition, so we can recognize that this particular piece of the text is like a price, and this is like a name of a producer, and the other thing is like the other semantical information that can be associated to a person or to location or to anything else. So it's not like just a word, but this is word with the exact meaning. So we can teach our system to recognize these kind of entities. And then I can see that many people are now talking about the chatbots and chat GPTs and all these large language models that are being now developed in a very fast pace. And also we, as together with the customers, we are thinking how to apply this vision to retail and e-commerce. And our suggestion would be to let us imagine a search as an intelligent salesperson who knows all the products and knows many things about the customer segmentation, about the marketing, and about our business model. So you can just ask the search to provide, just like if you go to a shop and you would just purchase something, you ask a shop assistant for this or another product, and the shop assistant can show you this or another product, or analyzing who you are and what you do, recommending something else or something complementary. So this is how search should look like in future. So you're just asking it for something, for some products, and you should have be responded with a proper proposal or offer from the shop, based also on a free-form conversation with the search, or in future with the chatbot. And I think it's a future we are heading to.
Great. Thank you, Pawel. Fantastic. Thank you so much, Thomas and Pawel, for your time with us and sharing with us the importance of findability, impact, deployment, current trends, and whatnot.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for arranging this episode, and it was really great, and a great conversating to you and hear all these exciting questions.
Thank you. That's it for now. Hope you enjoyed this podcast. For more details, you can reach out to Thomas Sobczak at tietoevry.com or can visit the URL https://tietoevry.com/findwise. Stay tuned for our next episode. Till then, bye for now.